Welcome back, my fellow mobile gamers of YouTube. My name is Nimble Thor, and this is Dash Quest Heroes, an endless runner RPG from the Tiny Rails developers. And that, of course, also means it's the same guys that made the first Dash Quest game and Dash Quest 2. So let's get started here with a normal adventure mode, and then later on we'll go into all the good stuff, all the loot, all the equipment, all the raids, the dungeons, and so on and so on. But for now, though, let's see if we can beat our own record here in the adventure mode of getting 1100 meters into this game. So we run forward automatically, and then we tap the right side of the screen to attack, and we can tap the left side to dodge enemy attacks. In the beginning, that's not really that necessary because the enemies are so easy to defeat and we can just sort of spam the right side of the screen. But later on, you do definitely have to dodge attacks, and especially when it comes to the boss battles. But we'll get into that once we get to those boss battles. Now, we do also have then some spells that we can use, and you can see those on the right side of the screen. And then we can swipe either left or right to move in 3 different lanes. So this is the middle one, and then we can move to the left and to the right one. But look at this, it looks like there's something coming up here on the right side of the screen. A new type of adventure, I think. Maybe a new boss. Maybe that could be it. Let's see what's gonna happen, I don't know. A new path has been opened for us. Let's see where it goes. Well, okay, didn't really teach us a whole lot more, but there we go. We have to turn to the right side, and now we're taking a different path. I guess this is done to keep the game interesting because, of course, you do start all the way over again from the beginning when you die. So if you played the exact same level, you'll probably get pretty bored eventually. Now, I love the style of this game, by the way. It just overall feels really, really polished. But I guess we shouldn't be too surprised about that because this game, after all, released back in 2017. So the developers have had quite a bit of time to polish this game. Now, by the way, when we use spells, they cost mana, and that mana is a pretty scarce resource. So you want to be careful about when you use it. We do recover some mana when we kill creatures, but at a very slow pace. So, for example, right now, we could choose to use... Oh, wait, we have to go forward or move to the left side. I'm going to continue forward here, but right now, we could use the spell that recovers some HP. We have 34 HP left. You can see that in the bottom middle of the screen. So let's use this one to recover all the way up to 49 again. And now we're down to 39 mana. But as you can see, those blue orbs that sometimes pop from the enemies when we kill them, those mana recovery orbs or whatever, and they recover mana for us. So we're already back to 42 mana now, for example. It is starting to become a bit more difficult now. As you guys can see, we're losing more and more HP. The enemies take longer and longer to defeat, and so I hope there's a boss battle coming up soon. It looks like we are 50% towards getting a new chest. In the top middle of the screen, you can see that we're getting pretty close to that chest. So we're out of the dungeon again now. We completed that part of it. So maybe... Oh, there was another dungeon we could have gone into there. But that dungeon was actually decently difficult, I would say. Now, I haven't upgraded that many of our attribute points. So we're going to go do that once we're back in town when we die. And that will surely make us a whole lot stronger. And, you know, if I had done that before going into this adventure here, we would obviously have had a much easier time. What is this? Entering Rolling Hills. Oh, so we completed the first part of this adventure here. So now we can choose to activate these 2 power-ups here by watching an advertisement. That isn't very clear, by the way, but we will get shown an advertisement if we click activate, so I don't want to do that. I just want to close this one down for now. Now, I know that some of you guys don't play with audio on, but when I record these videos, I sit with headset on and listen to the audio from this game, and this game has some really nice music that, together with this relatively simple gameplay, creates what I think is one of the best endless games I've played on mobile. But, I mean, then again, I'm a sucker for RPGs, so it's probably no big surprise to you guys that an endless RPG is something that I would really love. Now, when we die in this game, we can actually continue by watching advertisements, and we can do that over and over and over again for as long as we want, really, which is kind of weird. Haven't seen that many other mobile games that does it like that. On one hand, it's nice because many games force us to start spending premium currency if we want to revive after watching that first advertisement, but on the other hand, it often means that you'll find yourself watching multiple advertisements every time you die, especially if you've gotten far enough into the level because you feel like you've gotten so far and you really just want that extra life. So don't know what you think about that, but for now though, if we die, we'll go back to town because then I can show you guys how we can upgrade stuff, and there is a good chance that we'll die now that we're getting into what I believe is a boss battle. We're probably going to meet the queen up here in the castle pretty soon, and we only have 27 HP, which reminds me, let's use this spell to recover some of that HP. Now, we have to be careful because I don't know if you guys have noticed, but some of the enemies we start to meet now have ranged attacks, and so we have to start blocking those attacks very carefully because they are also starting to deal a lot of damage. There we go. Those are the ones that can shoot ranged, but I mean, we took them out pretty quickly there. Let's see, we have a power-up. Oh, we had some gems waiting for us. That's awesome. Gems are the premium currency in this game, but we do earn some of it for free. Oh, and even more gems. That's awesome. Now, we can also choose to open this chest here. and that would give us some bonus XP, so that would allow us to level up, which would obviously make us a bit stronger before we get to the boss. But again, this is another one of those where if we click collect, we're gonna watch an advertisement. So we're not gonna do that now. We don't need that. We can continue just fine without leveling up. It's also kind of cool that you can sometimes destroy some of the level itself, and sometimes we can even free some pets and get a bonus for that. It's kind of silly, I know, but it's also nice that the level actually feels very alive with lots of animations going on. We got a short sword, was that it? Oh, that's nice. So we can equip that once we get back in town, where we can also upgrade our gear. We can upgrade our abilities, our spells, and our attribute points, which is going to make us a whole lot stronger. But it looks like we already beat our own record, though. You guys can see in the top left part of the screen how far we've gotten into this level at this point. And when we started this level, I think our record was only around 1100 or 1300 meters, and now we're 1400 meters into this level. Now, I think the 2 dots at the top of the screen below the percentage counter actually indicates that we've defeated 2 bosses, and we still have 2 more bosses coming up, so you don't have to defeat the same bosses twice. I think that's how it works. So because we've completed them already, we're not meeting them this time around, which is kind of unfortunate because I wanted to show you guys the boss battles. But at the same time, though, maybe it means we'll meet a new boss if we get far enough. I'm going to activate one of the special abilities of our class here. What does that actually do? Oh, wow. Oh, okay. Look at this. This would have been so helpful at the boss battle, I'm pretty sure. But now we used it already, and we have to wait. Either we can't use it again in this level, or we have to wait quite a long time before we can reuse it. You can see sort of a counter that isn't really counting down, but it could have been a counter in the bottom left corner of the screen. Oh, it does actually count down. We don't have the actual timer, but you can see that it's on a cooldown right now, this special ability that we used before. So we got another piece of loot, a studded cap. That's so cool. Again, gonna go explore that once we die. We are 93% towards that loot box, which I'm starting to think that loot box or that loot chest in the top of the screen might actually indicate when a boss battle is coming up. So we're at 94% towards the boss. Oh, there we go. This is the boss. This is the queen. Yes. Okay, finally. We're probably gonna die here, by the way. Be warned. And I'm not gonna watch an advertisement. I'm not gonna spend premium currency on reviving. We'll just have to see how far we can get. So, oh man, okay. We're off to a bad start there. Now, I forgot to mention that we can actually also hold down to charge up a special long-range attack. That was what I used just before. Let's use it here again. So hold down, charge up, and there we go. We trigger that stronger ranged attack. Now, we only have very few ranged attacks, so it's pretty important to use that at the boss, because that's the only way we're gonna deal a decent amount of damage to this boss. Now, these bombs here, they can be kind of tricky to avoid, but you actually just have to stand in the middle and then move to the opposite side of the bombs. That took me a while to learn, but I love that. I mean, boss battles have to be difficult. I love boss battles where we have to slowly learn their attack patterns, and that's what you'll be getting here. Now, let's recover some more HP. Oh, that was stupid. That was stupid. We had 32 HP, so we actually have a decent chance maybe now at defeating this boss here. Look at this, guys. It has and we defeated it. Yes. Oh, man. Okay, we got Iron Sword, Queen's Ring, and another Queen's Ring. And look at these effects here. I did not anticipate this, guys, but we actually defeated the Queen, and her chair is completely destroyed. We did this. We did this, guys. That's so cool. Oh, we have to destroy the chair even more. I mean, at this point, we're just putting salt into the wound, aren't we? 9 minutes on this play session, by the way. So that means that actually, if you become good at this game, you can play for pretty extended periods of time in this game. But here we go. We completed the Goblin Fortress. We got a C score. What is this? We only got a C score, but we didn't even have to revive, so why didn't we get a better score? I don't understand that system. In any case, this is another place where we can now sort of watch an advertisement to get some power-ups, just like the first checkpoint we got to. This is then the second checkpoint. And we got this chest as well, by the way. We got some loot here. This chest was the one that was counting up in the top of the screen, and it got up to 100%. So now we got this chest here. We got 46 gold, and we got Master's Harness. Now, I really want to make sure I show you guys how all those upgrade systems work. So for now, we're going to do the unthinkable. I'm going to do nothing, and we're going to watch ourselves die here. How unfortunate. So here, as you guys can see, we can spend some premium currency, or we can watch an advertisement to revive. But since we wanted to get back, though, to the menu, we're not going to do that. Instead, we get this cool overview of the different items and equipment pieces that we got. So let's go check that out right now. It looks like we have a new sword of equal strength to the one we already have on us. So we're not going to switch that out. But look at this, though. This is the Master's Harness that we got from the chest at the very, very end. And this one has 160 178 in defense. It also increases medium defense by 12, or maybe it's melee defense actually, and it also increases HP by 16. Now we can re-roll these unique stats by spending premium currency. We can sell it for gold, or we can upgrade it for gold as well. We have 1,089 gold to spend, so it's just about figuring out where we spent that best. So we got some new rings as well. Let's definitely equip that. Select a slot. We're gonna select that one, and for this other one, we'll then have to select the bottom one. Yes, there we go. So now actually our stats are getting better and better. You can see all of our stats in here and all of our gear perks as well. Really great UI in this game, by the way. And this is the boomerang I only used a couple of times, but I definitely want to upgrade that one so it becomes a bit stronger as well. We don't have any potions just yet, so I'm just gonna go upgrade our chest piece instead a few times. Now we have 422 gold left, but I'm not gonna spend the rest though, because we do also want to have a bit of gold left for upgrading our spells. But first, look at this, the achievements we completed, and some Ember bonuses as well, which this one increases agility slightly, and the other one here increases attack at low HP. That is nice. So those are other ways we get permanent increases. Even though this is an endless game, our character grows stronger and stronger every time, a bit like in a rogue-like or a rogue-light game. Now, these are the attributes, and there's so many different attributes we can choose to upgrade. They're actually called skills now, I see, but I think of them as attributes. We can increase critical hit chance, unlock adventurous super ability. We've got that already. We can, what else can we do? We can increase intelligence, we can increase dexterity, we can increase strength. But what I want to go for now, though, is increasing the max action points, which is the mana that we use when we use spells in this game. I also want to upgrade the HP just a tiny bit, and you guys can see we have 12 stat points left now. What else do we upgrade? We can upgrade this one, increase attack versus goblin enemies. I mean, that's okay, but that's very specific as well. I mean, only versus goblins. So I think I'm going to go for upgrading strength overall instead, though, and get that up to max level. There we go. These can be upgraded all the way up to 25, so it's going to take a while to get that. But for now, we can upgrade the defense up to level 5, which is the maximum. It's anything else we can upgrade so that we can have extra items. And we can upgrade the critical. I guess let's upgrade the critical chance a bit. I never do that in games, but I think I really should, because critical deals so much more damage in this game. So that is the attribute point system. Over here, of course, we have the spells that we can use, and we can also, as I said, upgrade those using gold so that they get a bit stronger. This one costs 10 AP action points and has a 20-second cooldown. Let's upgrade that a bit more. It's a pretty strong and powerful attack, and let's upgrade the patch as well so that we can recover more HP faster. So now that we are fully upgraded, we can choose to go into either, well, the adventure mode that we played before, or we can go into a raid. But we already did that once today, though, and now we have to spend premium currency if we want to do it again, or we can just wait 10 hours and then we can do it once more for free, or we can go into the dungeon mode, which I haven't done yet today, so we can do that for free. But then if we want to do it multiple times, then we have to start spending premium currency. Now, we do, of course, earn some of that premium currency for free, but if you really want to play these game modes a lot, you're gonna run out very, very quickly, and then you do have to pay. But at least there is no stupid energy system in the adventure mode. So apart from the raids and the dungeons only being free once per day, the only thing I really dislike about this game is that it's not exactly clear when we're gonna be shown advertisements to get a reward. I have many times misclicked a pop-up thinking that, for example, this chest here, that I would be able to get that XP for free without having to watch an advertisement. I think they should make that a bit more clear. It's not the end of the world, but I felt a bit cheated, I gotta admit. But that is Dash Quest Heroes, guys. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section down below this video. I am really enjoying how polished the game is, and we unlock loot and new spells at a very fast pace, which I'm also really loving. So let me know what you think, and now it's time for the mobile gaming news of the day, which is that Supercell recently announced their 2020 Clash of Clans World Championship with a whopping $1 million prize pool. So if you're a pro at Clash of Clans, now is your time to shine, and I've left a link to an article on gamingonphone.com, which has all the details, and you can find that link in a pinned comment down below this video. So with that said, let's call it a day. I hope that you've enjoyed your time here. Be sure to leave a like if you've watched this far, and until next time, just keep gaming, stay awesome, and I'll see you guys around.